Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess we start the session with the wings of Grimhild lifting off from the planet Diademia. Sort of, you guys recall the guy that you were delivering a package to? He kind of turned on you guys, not wanting to pay, and you had to bust out of there with some threatening actions and whatever. But I don't know, man. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys how you feel about it. But causing that much of a stir on a planet is not a good thing, especially a planet as small as Diademia.
They started it.
Yes, that's true. I don't know, but people like that, they're self-entitled people. They sort of often bear grudges pretty well.
Well, I told him not to come after us, otherwise I'll release the whole video to everyone he deals with and showing that he's not trusted.
Alright. So you guys are lifted off up into orbit. You've got your pay. You have no cargo, so what's the go?
I believe, if I am not mistaken, that we were heading to where Ellis wanted to go.
Yeah, in the general vicinity, anyway.
We need to repair part of the engine as well.
That's right, you needed
then
that
we can
part.
stop.
That's right.
I guess we'll have to do that first.
I mean, you could probably get the part while you're there, because pretty much anywhere with a any kind of industry has got ship parts.
Where will it go?
All right, so Ellis, you were looking to go to the Madur system, a planet called Nemertes.
Yeah.
The planet itself is pretty like, it's a nice planet for holidays, basically retirees and stuff like that. People go there because it's, you know, fairly atmospheric. It's cool breezes and nice, you know, it's like your typical holiday planet. But in orbit around Nemertes is a orbital space station, which is where you're wanting to go. Planet is Nemertes, and you're looking to go to OSS Haydock that orbits it.
Okay.
The space station itself is known for being a bit of a hive of villainy and scum, as Star Wars would put it. It's kind of like in Mass Effect, you know, the space station where What's-Her-Face rules the 3 mercenary groups?
Omega?
Aria?
Omega, yeah.
Aria. Oh, not Aria. It's Aria?
No,
Yes, it is. But the roller is called Aria, but the station's Omega.
Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty similar to that. It's sort of ruled by independent mercenary factions, and there's often a lot of crime and a lot of violence. Like, law is pretty fast and loose on this space station.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, Ellis, if you don't mind telling me, what business do you have here?
Just need to find someone. I don't particularly want to say much more about it right now.
Well, alright. Hopefully we can get a bit of work or something on the here as well.
There may be work involved when I find them, but that will come at a later stage, potentially, so
Okay.
we'll see.
Alright. In the meantime, do you guys, well, specifically, Robert, do you want to try and make the jump?
Yeah, right. Should work this
We're
time.
gonna die. We're all gonna die.
So here's something to ask. Did you guys fuel up before you leave? Because you have basically two jumps worth of fuel, and you would have used one going to Odysseus. So do you fuel up before you leave?
I don't know.
Because sometimes there can be problems during the jump, which will cause you to need to make another jump. Like if
Do
you
we
get
have
lost
enough
in the way.
fuel to get? We're going to Madher, right?
Yeah, we're
you
only
got
going to
enough-
the next system.
Yeah, alright. So if you want to make that, then yeah, sure.
It's
Yeah.
already problematic.
I don't think we would have because of the problem we had with that
Yeah, okay.
last planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think even in the worst case, we're still got enough fuel to get there.
Yeah, I believe in you. You get us there in the end.
Yeah,
If I have to get out and push the ship.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a macro for this, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's a roll macro. It's the one called skill. Okay. What's your nav skill?
2.
Okay, good. Alright, yeah, that's a bus. Difficulty was 7. Alright, so you guys have got 2 days to do what you will aboard the ship while you fly to the Matter system. Or anything particularly that's going on?
Maybe we'll probably try and talk to Sophie a bit. You know, make the friendship stronger, kind of deal. Don't have to role play it or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'll probably wander the ship and pop my head in, see what everybody's doing, try and get to know everyone.
I think maybe we'll take the opportunity to like have a look at what everybody's room is like, whether it's decorated and everything like that. I'm pretty sure you're all sharing a room, aren't you? Like,
I'm not.
Like a common
I
room.
won't be.
no, not one single room, but you're all paired up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I think I had a captain's quarters though in the front of the
Yeah,
ship, didn't I?
yeah. So there's 4 rooms and a captain's quarters. So the captain's by himself, somebody else is by themselves.
That would be
And
me.
I reckon Phoebe would have like grabbed the mattress from the room she was gonna sleep in and like put it in the engine room. Like just sleeps there.
I'd be sleeping in the other one that's by yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because he gave me the option to pick the first.
Yeah. I think
so.
I was bunk with Phoebe, so I technically sleeping by myself.
Which I guess means Ellis and Wolf. You're in a. I think. Oh no, that means everybody's separate, isn't it? Because there's 4 rooms.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah.
in the engine room. Somebody's in the captain's quarter. Yeah, so everybody's separate. All right, so let's go around see what everybody's sort of. What does your room look like? Let's start with Ellis.
Very minimal. Not a lot of decoration. Kind of just has the essentials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have probably had much keepsakes from home or whatever. Probably not.
Okay. And as we sort of skim by with the camera, like, what are you doing in your room?
What's
Do you
my main
read?
weapon?
Do you
What's
play
my-
an instrument? Your main weapon, I think you've got a laser rifle, do you? Oh no, you're a projectile person, so you've got a combat rifle, a sniper rifle, and a semi-auto pistol.
Okay. What does Ellis like to do?
Play Russian roulette with an energy gun.
By herself.
By itself, yeah.
She definitely not reading, not music. How about I don't know.
Meditation.
She can do. She'll work out. She can work out.
Okay. Alright, so maybe you got like a chin-up bar that you're hanging upside down from, hook your knees over.
Yeah.
You're like doing upside down chin-ups.
She is the muscle of the group.
Fair enough. All right, Wolf.
I've got some very, very weak resistance training equipment in my room, which is mostly for my health, since I've got this muscular degeneration thing. So most of the time I'll be basically sitting in that, working out, inverted commas. Apart from that, the real world doesn't have a whole lot of appeal to me since I'm so physically weak. So I spend most of my time in virtual reality stuff. So I'd be wearing, I don't know, the high-tech version of an Oculus Rift, whatever
Yeah,
it is now.
Cool. Is it like sort of online, kind of like an interfaces with your brain, and you just lay on the bed with it on, or is it like you're sitting on the couch, with this thing on, firing off a laser in different directions, like just with controller, or what's it like?
Yeah, it interfaces directly with your brain. So I'm wearing it while I'm doing the resistance training.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I can imagine that, like, me popping my head into your room and you're just, like, laying on the bed with this headset on. I'm like, it's kind of like, huh.
All right. Phoebe.
Yeah, so you can picture the engine room before, like it's just a little standard engine room, dusty and all that. Before Phoebe moved in, and then like transition as like Phoebe got a little homemade coffee machine. She's like making some coffee. Like you see trinkets here and there that she made, like adjusting the room a bit. Cleans out the whole room, like dust inside. It's like she's just resting on the mattress and she's looking through like a holographic thing, whatever,
Yeah,
with pictures of home, her old college. She's just looking at that before she goes to bed.
Yep. Cool.
Oh, can I also say, with Wolf, instead of a bed, I've got like a liquid tank that I float in. For,
Okay.
again, just for my health, so that
Yeah.
I don't have to. It takes the pressure off my body while I'm sleeping.
Fair enough. All right, Sophie.
I'd say my room is just like fairly clean, like just elegant, just like bits of just like more feminine, just like girly stuff, just like sort of scattered around the room. And I'd probably be sitting on the bed, just like either reading or looking into something on the data lab.
Yeah. Okay. And last, Drake.
Mine would have books scattered around. I'd have a desk, chair, and a small bed, and on the desk would be like I guess you would call it black book or ledger of people that owe me money and favors and stuff like that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I like that. So is it like what's the decor like? Are you like you got a leather armchair and like a wooden mahogany bed or something like that, or do you
Yeah,
have
pretty
like
much.
like cold steel and black blankets and
No, it's more of a old style feeling. I guess it would be old style.
like if you could have had an open fireplace in
Yeah,
here and,
definitely.
like smoke a pipe, Yep. Put a moose head on the wall. All right, and Flint, what's the captain quarters like?
Yeah, so I imagine they're pretty, like, spacious, but I've just got, like, a double mattress on the ground, and then this really old, like, couch just in one of the corners. And, like, it looks really old and beaten up, but it's
It's like got torn upholstery and like some of the
yeah,
foams.
but it's
pulled
just
out.
like the most comfortable couch, so it had to come. And then
Yeah.
I've probably just got like a makeshift bookshelf and then probably a pile of books somewhere
Fair enough.
as well. But yeah, other than that, it's just a pretty blank room.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so first things first. When you left the Odysseus system, you were you got an automated ping from the mail service, a company called the Exchange. They run automated banking and mail services. They have satellites in every habited sector, and yeah, so you got an automated ping saying that your ship was to receive some mail and that you would be paid 100 credits for the trouble, and just to deliver it in Madher when you arrive. Pretty much, it's the kind of thing that happens pretty much automatically, and it's the kind like you just get paid 100 credits every now and then for just traveling in between. Normally, it can sometimes cover your fuel costs, which is just a little bonus. But yeah, it's not like it happens every time.
Yeah, but it's still pretty common.
Yeah. It might happen one every 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
All right. So first things first is 100 credits goes towards the ship or the fuel or whatever you want to do. And you guys 2 days later arrive in the Madher system. It's going to take you 6 hours to get to Nemertes and sort of dock at the station. But as soon as you guys arrive, you send off the mail to the Exchange's satellite and basically reconnect, re-download your version of the internet as it stands, because you're completely off grid while you're traveling. While you're traveling through jump space. So the ship's out of fuel for more jumps. It's pretty good on maintenance though, and costs and things like that. You guys get the news bulletins fly up as you reconnect with the exchange and with the system and sort of refigure out what's going on. First things first is you get some travel warnings from the exchange about going to OSS Haydock. It's not advised to go there. They've got criminal problems and violence is pretty prevalent. Things like that. It's the official bulletin is do not advise to go to this destination. Does that perturb any of you?
No.
Yeah. I think I probably just mentioned it to Ellis, so I suppose we got stuff to look out for.
So I'm not directly associated with any of that. But we'll obviously have to keep an eye out and stuff.
Yeah.
So, on a lot of planets, and when you dock in with a lot of, especially central systems, space stations and planets and cities and things like that, some places allow small firearms and laser weapons, pistols and things like that. Some places don't even allow that, but most places don't allow anyone to wear armor. Curiously, that's not the case here. There's no sort of greeting message that you're used to expecting. When you go into a port somewhere, there's a greeting message that says, here's some of the local rules that you can get caught out with if you're not careful. Blah 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 blah. There is no such greeting message.
Don't bring these fruits here.
Yeah, stuff like that. Customs rules and just little local laws that might be different from the rest of the planets. But yeah, no, there's none of that. You figure sort of everything goes on this space station. So as you guys come in, somebody will guides you to an open dock. You guys dock up. Does everybody take their armor and weaponry with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you that have them.
I have weapons. I don't think I have armor.
Right.
If no one is going to, I advise the team to maybe take weapons just in case.
Okay.
I take my trusty bioscanner medical thingy.
Oh yeah. Your pocket knife, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right. So I guess you guys exit the ship. You're in an enclosed dock, basically, somewhere to perform a little bit of maintenance if you need it on your ship, but other than that, it's pretty tight fitting around your ship. You sort of had to back it in pretty carefully. And then you go out the door of the dock, and first thing that hits you is the smell. It's just sweat and VO. Somebody rubbing their microphone really hard.
Yeah, that was Mason.
Yeah, the first thing you get is the smell, just sweat and bo and
What was that place we got hired from again? From last session?
originally you got a package in the media system 007.
I mean, sorry, but we started the campaign from where everyone left off. The start, the planet.
Yeah, it was in the media system. It was Grimhild.
Right. Yeah, Phoebe's just gonna nudge Sophie. Like, reminds us of Grimhild, doesn't it?
Yep. Especially, what's his face? I forgot
Our
what
old
the name
boss.
of our old boss. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys walk out into the open area, and you know, going past is like people in full assault suits and like guys just carrying rifles, you know, just down the street basically. This place, like everybody seems armed and armored. A lot of people are hiding their faces. Yeah, definitely
Phoebe's probably gonna
rings some
back
dodgy
up behind
bells.
Sophie. A bit intimidated by this area.
Yeah, as like we all. Or is everybody coming?
Phoebe's coming out to get that part when you.
Yeah, we can go get
Yeah,
that
I'll go with you.
together.
Yeah, and I'll go to negotiate a price.
Yeah, good idea. Is anybody staying with the ship though? Or is everybody coming out?
No, I'm coming out.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know if you lock up the ship or whatever, but I do that.
Yeah, normally most places the dock is also lockable, but your ship is secure.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
everything,
And then I just say to the group, alright, let's try not to cause trouble here and try and find some work, hopefully, and get done what we need to get done.
Okay.
Hmm.
Alright, so I think we'll start off with now you two. I'm gonna get you mixed up every time, but Phoebe is Mason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll start off with you. Who's going with you to try and find this part?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So am I.
And so am I.
Okay, so pretty much everyone. Ellis, are you going as well, or are you gonna go off and try and do your own thing?
Yeah, I might just head off and say I'll be back a bit later.
No problem.
Alright. And Wolf, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'd go with them to get the part as well.
Okay. All right. So
Does Phoebe know about us wanting to do something here? Or was that just between the captain and the
yeah, I mean that's the reason why you guys are here and not, you know.
Yeah,
down on
Phoebe
the
was
planet
sort of
or
like
whatever.
mentions to the captain, maybe you should go with Ellis. We don't need too many people to grab the part. It's not that big.
Yeah, I call that to Ellis before she wanders off too far. I'm like, Ellis, perhaps I'll come with you if you want. Or is this sort of a thing you want to do by yourself?
No, I don't particularly mind if you come with me, I guess.
Alright then, I'll come keep you company. I think the others got it under control.
And just as you walk off, like Phoebe nudges you, like does an awkward wink, like, "Hey, good luck."
All right. So for those of you going to get the part, I think you guys start off asking around. You know, where's the where can you find a ship outfitter and stuff like that. Eventually, you make your way. There's a small strip. There's 4 different, like not really companies, just like small shops. You know, parts dealers and stuff like that that are selling parts, and any one of them could probably have the part that you need because it's for the power supply on the ship. Sort of the generator on the
That thing.
So, of the 4, 2 of them look really dark and dingy. They're, you know, right down the back. One looks really bright and white and like kind of like an Apple store. Just really, really clean surfaces. You know, hard lines, white. And there's like 3 or 4 people in there that are just standing around, not really doing anything, which you assume are, you know, workers in the store. But there seems to be nobody in there.
Yeah,
no
as soon as Phoebe
customers.
sees it, she like sort of like looks at it a bit and like sort of scoffs like, They're probably the costliest. Like looks past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And
Go to
then
one of the dingy spots.
okay, so you're gonna go one at the back.
Well, there's one
Probably.
left. They didn't say about.
There is one left, and it's kind of middle of the road. It looks like the busiest. There's probably half a dozen people in there talking to, salesmen or whatever.
Yeah.
Most notably, there doesn't appear to be any visible weaponry in the shop.
Okay.
Like in terms of just people walking around with shotguns and stuff.
That's a good sign for Phoebe. She unhesitatingly rushes and goes to for a look.
All right.
I'd just be like, before we do, I think we should ask around first to see what is the price that we can get, and try to haggle it down a bit.
Sure, go ahead with that. Yeah, and she like rushes to look around the parts and stuff. She's gonna see if there's anything she can add to the ship as well. She said it.
All right. So the place is called Shaney's Shipyard. And the guys inside, there's one woman that's like, sort of looks a little bit goth, wearing boots and black short shorts, black hair. A little bit halfway between goth and metal. And then the others are the other like sort of employees or people in the store are mostly guys, young and. Like the kind of young geek out guy that that is really into all technical aspects and things like that. It's a nerd. It's the nerds shipyard. As you come in and have a look at people, but they got parts along the walls that look in fairly good condition. Most of them are second hand, but they look in pretty good nick. There is a junk pile. Sort of in the middle of the store that people sort of just.
She probably rushes to that first.
Through, yeah, yeah. There's like anything you could probably ever want. There's like a second-hand sort of dodgy version of it in here, and then sort of along the walls, you quickly spot the section that you need and the part that you need. But the sort of goth metal chick walks up to you and she's like, "Well, hi y'all. I'm Shani. This is my shipyard. Can I help you?"
I'm Phoebe. I'm looking for a power converter. Ours is a bit messed up. We need to fix it.
Oh god.
Yeah.
One thing
And
you
then
don't
sort of.
say. Oh, don't let him go. Let me handle this.
She sort of goes from because Phoebe's pretty short, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she goes from short Phoebe to tall Drake, and looks at you and she's like, "Oh, wow, you're a tall
Yes.
drink of water, aren't you?"
Yes, sorry about my crew. We are currently in the look for...
Yeah, as he
power
says,
cell.
if he was like, because you know about power converters, and like walks off.
Goes to the second-hand bin just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna look for like some kind of a gun kind of thing, like a broken one that you can fix up or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess the discussion between Shaney and Drake yourself, I think we can boil probably down to a roll. She has the part that you need. Like sort of retail is 200 for around here, and that's a second-hand part. She has a new one for 400, but yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. And then sort of you can argue it down if you want.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, I feel like we'll be coming back to this shop quite a lot. So how about you give me a 100 credit discount for the new one to ensure our return to buy more products from you?
She scoffs a bit. She's like, I don't know what you think goes on around here, but we don't do that kind of business. This place.
No haggling, is that?
Not no haggling, but people around here tend to not come through on their word. I'm sure you understand.
Maybe I should go try out the other places. They do seem to like to
At this point,
Yeah,
Phoebe will
well-
like find something that looks like junk everyone else. Like goes up to the shade. He's like, "Oh, ooh, what's this? What's this?" It's like really upbeat and stuff about whatever she found. It's very like junk.
Yeah, yeah. It's like sort of sparking a little bit and like just dodgy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. Shaney's like, basically, good luck. You won't find this part or a good enough quality one anywhere else on this station.
Well, then how about this? How much is that junk stuff worth over there in that bucket?
Well, the stuff that Phoebe's got.
Phoebe's looking at, yeah.
Yeah, probably 60 creds.
I'll be like, how about 450 credits and 2 items of the junk that's over there for the little girl that seems to not want to leave it.
The little girl.
Yeah.
Give me a persuade roll. Persuade charisma.
Let's see, what was it again? It is... The hashtag is in this, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can use the skill macro.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's
button
right.
on the bar.
Action, persuade. What does it use for persuasion?
Persuade skill and charisma.
Alright, sweet.
I might counter roll it just to set the difficulty.
Wow.
Wow.
Uh,
That's back.
So I think, yeah, I think she's been around the block a few times in terms of people, you know, in a tight spot looking for parts, and she figures,
Double sixes.
yeah, I know, right? That's my first roll. Figures exactly what's going on here, and she's like, she like breaks it down. She's like, pretty much, look, this part isn't gonna do it for you. What you need is this this other what do you call it? Like a blueprint, basically, to run through your workshops to make the part. And she's like, you can make it as many times as you want once you've got the license for the blueprint, but it costs 1,000 creds. Private use, of course. It's the way licensing works.
Oh,
Well,
yes, I'm fine with paying 400 for the engine now, but I'm interested in what we might find in the junk. So, you say 60 for one piece of the junk. How about I buy 2 pieces for 80 credits?
Fine, deal.
Alright. And I'll just
What?
yell out to Phoebe, grab 2 things you want and they're yours.
And the part is probably
She's
going
like,
to have to be carried
really
between two of you.
ecstatic. Wait, so is this for the engine thing you talked about?
Yeah, the
Scraps?
power thing, yeah. Yeah.
Both of
and
them or
take-
one of them?
No, this is separate. Like they got the engine, and then they've got the 2 parts that you can
Yeah.
take.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, from the junk pile.
So I'm gonna use sort of a system of like basically mechanical currency. So you've got, let's say you've got 2 scrap, and like whenever you need a part or a certain amount of parts to do something, you're gonna need to spend some scrap.
Crafting. Yes.
So it can be just like, you know, indiscriminate mechanical and electrical bits, just stuff that you've got laying around. You know, you can start building a horde of old parts.
So like Phoebe like grabs 2 pieces of scraps, like one sparking manically. She like runs
Yeah.
out to Jack. Oh, thank you. I'll pay for half of it. I'm happy to.
No, that's fine. I was hoping that maybe with your eye you might be able to find something that's more valuable in there than 60 credits.
Oh yeah, look at this piece. This is amazing. Like shoves the sparkly one up into his face. Like, it's so good. Look at this quality.
give me a roll. A whatever your highest rated tech is, probably tech post tech.
See the
and
quality of it.
yeah, and intelligence.
Yeah,
To
okay.
see what you identify as the best thing there.
I guess that's tech post tech.
yeah, and intelligence as well.
So what is it, 2d6?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's alright.
So yeah, she said 60 creds was the going rate. This one's probably worth 100 in the right circumstance.
Nice.
You got 2 things as well, so
That's a very good deal.
Alrighty. So it's going to take probably the afternoon to install the part.
Oh, just a quick thing about the gun thing. Do I find anything? Like a reckon gun I'd be able to maybe fix?
Yeah, you could probably
I don't care if it's like a hand pistol thing, like it doesn't have to be laser or anything special.
yeah,
Just something.
probably anything that you can make out of that junk will probably be energy.
Okay.
So it'll be like a laser pistol, but it'll be sort of a crummy version, like lower damage or something
Yeah.
like that.
How much would it cost?
Say you could use one of the parts that you got.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll get a roll from you later to see how well you install the thingy-bobby.
Awesome. That's well named the gun as well.
But yeah, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
So we'll cut across to Flint and Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you've got since you were gotten in contact with, you probably have a number that you can sort of get in contact and find out where they are on the station. Do you wanna do that,
Sure.
or should we just skim over it? Like you just find out where he is and go.
No, we'll do the.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he picks up his yellow.
Hey there. Is there anyone by the name of Heliod around these parts?
Yeah, I think he's out back. Hang on a sec. Yo, Elio, come on. You got a phone call. Sort of, you hear the rustling and all that kind of stuff, and then he picks up. Yeah, hello.
Hey there. It's been a while.
Ellis. Don't tell me you're in system.
I am.
Ah, great. Hey, I'm working at a little shop. It's an arms shop. It's on the second floor. It gives you directions to the place. It's just come see me. I really want to talk to you. I really want to see you. We haven't. It's been ages.
Sure thing.
Wow, that's cool. All right. He sort of, puts the hand over the phone. He's like, "Yo, boss, can I get a few minutes once she walks out?" There's like a conversation in the background he's like, yeah, I'll take my lunch. Just meet me there, and I'll yeah, cool. I'll see you in a minute, sis.
Sounds good.
So yeah, it's the place is probably 15 minutes away. Like I said, second level. It's a fair way away from the docks, sort of on the opposite end of the station, though. So yeah, it's a bit of a walk. Yeah, you head down there, and it's like as you go through, there's like a proper docks section, and then there's like some arms dealers, and then there's some places that sell food or like market stalls and that kind of thing. Then you walk a little further, and there's more arms dealers, and then there's like a section where there's like a few bars and like one restaurant that's a little bit nicer but still pretty like on the dodgy end. And then there's more arms dealers as you go through, yeah, and so you rock up to this place. It's called Hutchie's. Yeah, you see your brother standing out front. As soon as you guys lock eyes, he runs up to you and gives you a big old hug. He's a bit smaller than you, so it's a bit awkward, but
I give him a hug back, but kind of a little hesitant about it.
yeah, you feel him slip something into your back pocket. And he sort of pulls away. He's like, still got his arms on your shoulders. He's like, sis, it's been ages. It's so good to see you. What have you been up to? Who's this guy? Is this...
This is the captain of the ship I'm traveling with at the moment.
Yeah, so you see him, like, he sort of straightens up a little bit and, puts his hair in a little bit of a part and then goes to shake your hand, Flint.
Yeah, I shake his hand. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
how you going?
Good. It's good that you've employed my little sis. She was going a little off the rails for a while there, but...
Oh, was she? I couldn't picture that.
Yeah, so, hey, listen, there's my favorite bar just down here. You wanna go get a drink?
Sure, I could go for some ale.
Some ale, because this is D&D.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah, so he takes you down there. He's got like his booth, his favorite chair, and he sits you down, orders the usual because they know him, yeah. So he sits down in the booth and he's like, "It's good you come. What made you come?" And then he gives you a bit of a wink.
This is the first time I heard from my little brother, and yeah, little brother. So, in I don't know how long. I just thought I'd come check out, see what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm working, which is more than I can say than has been in the past. I got a bit of a family happening. I got a wife and a daughter.
Wow.
She's 3. Georgia is her name.
The wife of the daughter.
The wife is 3.
As in the wife of Georgia. Is the
Oh,
wife.
okay. No, the daughter is Georgia. But I was gonna say lie. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I
That
don't
was
know.
a joke. A bad
Alright.
joke, but it's a joke.
Fair enough. Yeah, he pulls out a photo out of his pocket and shows you. Like the photo itself is I think she's got like a sporting hat on, some sport that they play on this station. She's 2, and the hat is like dwarfing her head. And yeah, she's got a big cheesy grin, and the edges of the photo are kind of like torn and like he's kept it in his sweaty pocket for the last
Okay.
little while. Yeah.
Okay. Are they around the place?
No, they're not. Yeah, they're off world. Hey, listen, it's I gotta get back to work. This drink's on me. I'll pay the tab. Just come see me a little later. I get off work at I don't know 6 or something like that. Come see me a little later. Yeah. I'll see you around.
Okay.
He's like super awkward and like
Yeah.
yeah.
I was kind of don't say a lot and just kind of nod.
Yeah, he gives Flint a little bit of an odd look as he stands up, goes to the bar to pay the tab, and then leaves.
Okay.
It's just like this feeling that the whole conversation was a little bit just too weird for you, Flint. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing just seemed a little bit pointless. Like he was so excited to see her, and then he's just leaving.
Okay. Well, looks like they're really working your brother over.
Yeah, it's been, I reckon, a good 10 years since I've seen him.
It was a long time. Thought he'd stick around a bit longer.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him after work if that's going to be okay.
Oh yeah, I'll maybe have a look around for some work or something. I'm sure you two want to have some private time alone.
Yeah. I'll just continue to sip my what is it? Spirits ale.
Jury
I don't know.
juice.
It's whatever you ordered.
Okay.
Oh, here's some orange juice.
I'll have some jury juice.
Is it at any point do you check out what he put in your pocket?
Subtly, like later when
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like left the bar and stuff.
Yeah. And is anybody around, or you just do it quietly and have a look?
Maybe I'll go back to the ship and like just kind of go in my quarters.
All right. You pull it out. It's a note. Scrawled on there in like a black texter is they are listening. Family in danger.
Okay. Maybe I'll kind of gear up a little bit and spend the time between when he finishes work and stuff, gearing up and scouting out the area, like around his work.
Okay. Are you particularly looking for anything, or
Yeah, I guess I don't really have a lot to go on, do I?
you could make a culture military wisdom if you wanted to sort of. Obviously, you know, if he's being held against his will, or you know, or at least his family is, there's going to be some sort of evidence. You know, you could sort of use a little bit of military nous to figure out where things, you know, look for common things that would happen in this situation.
Yeah, sure. So
Either
what is it?
choose culture military, or have you got culture criminal? I don't think
Oh,
you
not-
do. No, you don't. All right.
I don't actually have my sheet up, but
Yeah, no, you don't. So your culture military is 0, and your wisdom is also 0. So just a straight 2d6. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You sort of have a look around. You know, certainly looks like he's just at work. You know, selling weaponry and armor and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, nothing looks out of the ordinary.
okay.
Is Flint with him still? Or
I
Flint
imagined
Yeah.
not.
Probably not.
Okay. So what time is it now? Like what sort of?
It's probably a couple of hours until he finishes. Maybe spent an hour of that just checking it out and seeing if you could find anything. But yeah, no. So he probably gets off work in an hour. You guys probably just finishing up the putting in the part. Which, by the way, can I get a roll from? I guess Phoebe's going to be principally doing it.
Is this the crafting roll?
This
moving
is
the
to put
thing.
in the part, yeah. So this would be a tech astronautics intelligence.
Check astronautics.
Yep.
Okay.
Astronautics is everything to do with spaceships.
Hey,
Ah.
LeMay! Here we go.
Mashed it.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. And in record time too. The couplings that came with the part are exactly what fit. You imagine this part actually came out of the same model ship as this. Yeah, everything goes smoothly. You boot it up and everything fires up nicely, and yeah, that's solved pretty much your power concerns.
Yeah, as soon as she like returns the power on or whatever, she like, you know, slams against the thing and give it, and she's like, there you go, baby. You should feel better after that. Thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to kick the power up one. For those of you that have got the ship selector on your sheet that actually works, so maybe have a copy of it that doesn't work. But See how it says the power is 10/-1?
Yep.
That's just blank.
Yeah, because yours is broken.
Yeah,
I'll
same
fix
with
them
mine.
later, but change them to. Actually, no. Don't
It's
worry
got some
about it.
kind of formula in there.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Actually, I'll change it later.
Hey, definitely
But
fulfilled my
anyways,
thing.
now it's at 0, so there's no more power issues.
I always
Alrighty.
put on my notes thing on my sheet. I put a little X next to things that are complete and a dash on things that aren't not complete. Just so you know what's been done.
Okay. All right. So, Ellis, I guess, do you approach anybody about this, or do you keep it quiet and just go and meet your brother by yourself?
Yeah, I'd wait somewhere close for the next until he finishes work. Kind of try and keep as much out of sight as I can.
Okay. Yeah, he finishes work. He's got his backpack on and he's like, "See ya, boss." Walks out the front of the store and you just sort of sit there and watch him for a second as he walks out and goes down the street, sort of a little bit hidden off to the side, and you can see a guy come out of the alley next to the store and go in the same direction of him, and it looks kind of sus.
Can I follow behind him, sort of thing?
Yep.
Keep out of sight.
How close are you getting? Maybe actually give me a stealth dexterity, just to see how that goes.
Where's my sheet? Because I don't actually have the link.
Oh, okay. I should have sent it to you in Discord, like the private.
No.
But there it is. So you've got a stealth of 0 and a dex of 1.
Okay, so it's just 2d6 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. I think over the course of this, you're sort of following him, who's following Helio home, and you can get a good look at this guy as you're sort of able to follow pretty closely behind him.
Well, I've got all my stuff on me, right?
Yeah.
Because I geared up, so couldn't I use my scope for my sniper?
You could, yeah. This is, keep in mind you're in a space station, so it's not like you're in a city where you could sort of get a vantage point and just follow him like that. So you're kind of in. You ever been to Central Markets? The Adelaide Central Markets?
Yes,
Mhm.
is the correct
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah. Yeah, the section like where there's all fish and like veggie sellers and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, except a lot of them are weapons traders and stuff like that. So it's like,
But it smells
kinda-
just as bad.
dirt. Yeah, exactly. It's like dirty concrete, and there's like stuff everywhere. The aisles the streets and the alleys are like covered in stuff, and like some of the alleys people just sort of dump their rubbish in and whatever. But yeah, it's pretty obstructed, so you wouldn't be able to get sort of the position you need to really set up your scope, and you set up your rifle and follow him that way. Maybe along the course there was probably like one opportunity where you could just pull it out, pop around the corner and have a look at his face. The guy's got dark hair. He's got like a kind of like a hood, sort of trying to cover his face a little bit, but trying not to be obvious about it. But yeah, he's got dark hair. He's got a pointed nose. Looks a little bit greasy, sort of Snape-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, and except not as tall. He's fairly short. He's wearing a like a hooded jacket and jeans. He's just following this guy. You get a look at a certain point. You can see he's got a pistol, sort of tucked into the back of his pants.
So there's no like discernible like logos or anything on his attire.
Not that you can see, no.
Okay. Where do they go, like? Because I'll continue following him until one of them stops somewhere. Like.
Alright, so I think on the way home, Helios stops at a market stall just to grab some fruit or something. And this guy sort of realizes that he stops and sort of freaks out for a second, and he goes across to the stall across the street and pretends to be looking at some apples or whatever. Just sort of being not particularly good about it. Like you can kind of shaking your head and face palming a little bit. Like this guy sucks. He's being way obvious about it.
Okay.
Let me just make it roll. I need to do a thing. Oh yeah. All right. So while he's buying the this fruit at the stall or whatever, you see Helio look directly at you, locks eyes with you, and winks.
Okay.
So he grabs his pears or something, keeps on walking, and this guy keeps following him. You see him cut left into a sort of much quieter alley. It's a little bit separated from the stalls. It's sort of more into a residential district now. He cuts left into this alleyway, and the guy follows him in there.
Okay. Can I maybe get out my pistol, kind of ready to fire, and go around the corner, like?
Okay. All right. So you hear shouts coming from the alley just as you pull out your pistol. You pop around the corner, and Helio and this guy are both have their own pistol. Helios is like a semi-auto like yours, and this other guy's got a laser pistol. And they're shouting at each other drop the weapon, drop the weapon. And they're just sort of in this alley, both pointing weapons at each other, and you turn around around the corner to this.
Okay.
Draw it quickly, but yeah, go on. So buildings.
Can I'll just yell out to my brother, like, what's going on?
Alright, so your brother and bad guy, and you are in the blue, popping around the corner here. So yeah, they're both just pointing weapons at each other, and they're yelling, and Helios Ellis, quickly grab his gun, just get his gun off him, and sort of he's holding up the weapon. He's like, look man, you're surrounded. And the guy sort of starts to maybe put his hands up a little bit with the gun in the air, he recognizes he's kind of screwed.
Yeah. I'll slowly walk up to him while keeping my pistol on him.
Yep.
And yeah, kind of ask for some clarification on what's going on.
You saw him, didn't you? This guy was following me home.
What sort of mess have you gotten yourself into, Helios?
Look, it doesn't matter right now. We'll talk later. But this scum was gonna.
Can I just knock him out without actually killing him?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it doesn't need a roll. You've got that kind of training. You can hit him with the butt of the pistol and just knock him out. He drops to the ground. Yeah, you've got his pistol, and it's pretty shiny, chrome-plated laser pistol, and on the side it says Tigers.
Okay.
Yeah, so Helio holsters the gun and he's like, oh, "Thanks for that. I mean, I knew they were keen, but I didn't know." Anyway,